Hey you guys, welcome back to the C is for Class. My name is Cameron Noel. If this is your first time here, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And also make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I realized that we are 2 weeks into June and I have not uploaded any LGBTQ plus content because I am what? Homophobic! Oh, but all jokes aside, no. This story time is about me coming out. And I've been very hesitant about this story time just because, like, it's a lot. Emotionally. A lot. I don't know if I'm ready to get up into that, but I'm gonna try. Actually, let me get closer. Okay, now I'm ready. Now this is a lot better than what it was before. Okay, so where do I start? I guess from the beginning. Whatever. I started suspecting that I was gay in 6th grade because I started noticing I was looking at guys that I had grown up with my whole life. I'm talking about people from like kindergarten, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, all that good stuff. And I was like looking at them differently. And you know, in the locker rooms after gym class, everybody worried about getting dressed. You know, I'm kind of, peeking around. And it became very apparent when I Googled on my mom's laptop, boys kissing, and then proceeded to have a panic attack because I didn't know how to erase my internet history. Good times. So that's when I started having ideas that I was gay. I didn't officially come out until I was 14. I had just started high school and I had moved to Washington, D.C. Now, before I moved to Washington, D.C., I had a girlfriend for about a year and 3 months, if I remember correctly. And I broke up with her and I told her the reason was
because I was moving to DC and I didn't want to do long distance and it wasn't gonna work out.
But in reality, I just wanted the freedom to explore dick. Fast forward to the first day of high school. I went to a performing arts high school, just so you guys know. I feel like I've told that before, but who knows. So I went to performing arts high school. I was in the theater department. Cool, kumbaya. People were already asking me, are you gay? Are you gay? Are you gay? Are you gay?
No, me no gay. Me don't know, I don't know what gay is. Like, that's not what I know. That's not what I do. That's not what I subscribe to.
But it was a lot. I denied it for as long as I could. And I had to deny it because in high school, once you say that you're gay forever. Like, you can't retract the statement. You can't take it back. You can't say,
oops, like, no.
I'm not really, like, niggas don't think you gay till you die. So I came up with a clever idea. You know, I thought it was like a mastermind. Like my brain, my mind is so powerful. So I came up with the brilliant idea to say I was bisexual. Please note that this part of the story time is unique to me and me alone. Bisexuality is not the gateway to gayness. Please respect your local bisexuals. They are valid. Okay? Bye. Cause I figured that was a good middle ground. And I told everybody that I was bisexual. I figured that was like the easiest, quickest way to get everybody off my ass to stop asking me because I didn't want to keep having to answer and deflect. I did that, and you know, some people were like, okay, cool, like we get it. We knew you wasn't all the way straight. Like we knew that was never gonna happen. Like we knew that was a lie. But you know, some people were like,
no, I'm not buying it.
I had quote unquote came out as bisexual. I wasn't really bisexual. Just to put that out there in case it wasn't obvious enough. And you know, I wanted to get a boyfriend. I had never had a boyfriend and I had only dated girls in like middle school, which really doesn't really count because it's like middle school, like gross. Fucking gross. Some asked around the school like, hey, do you guys, like who's gay? Who's bi? Da-da-da-da. Yeah, eventually it got around and one of the guy who would eventually become my first boyfriend, someone told me, oh yeah, I think he's bisexual, I think he's gay, you should talk to him. And me being shy, didn't know how to talk to guys, I didn't know how to talk to anybody. I was awkward, I had braces, I had pimples, and I had a nappy afro, and I didn't know how to dress. So, I didn't want to approach it. So I did what any sensible high schooler would do. I asked someone else to go talk to him for me, and then he came over, and then we exchanged numbers, and then we linked, And then a few days later, he was my boyfriend. So I got my first boyfriend. I started acting different. I was so happy. I was smiling. I was skipping to my locker. I was going to his locker after class. We was eating lunch together. I was kissing him, holding his hand.
We was all that good mess, you know, all that real good, that strong bonding relationship, that real stuff, that real love that don't nobody know about.
Cannot do this. So we had auditions for a school play and for a school musical. And the musical was Black Nativity. Now our school, the way our school works is we had auditions, of course, but like we had auditions after school. But they were like late after school because we got out of school at 5 o'clock. So auditions would go until like 6 until 9 or later. I didn't get a call back. You know, I'm not bitter about it. You know, it just happens. After the dance audition, my mom had came to pick me up because it was late and I wasn't getting on the bus. I waited by my boo thing's his locker, and then I was like, hey, can you walk me to my mom's car? I can introduce you, this, that, and the third. Now, an important thing to note is my family is religious, but not super religious. Like we weren't huge Bible thumpers. We weren't like, you know, they weren't super crazy religious. We had a relationship with God. People had Bibles. That was it. But my family never talked about gay people around me. It was just something that you didn't talk about, you didn't mention. It was not mentioned. My mother and I never talked about gay people.
You know, back on track, so I don't make this video super long.
You know, but I'm thinking like, it's my mom, she's gonna love me regardless. She's not gonna care. She's just gonna be cool. So I brought him to the car, and my mom and her boyfriend at the time was in the car. So I was like, hey mom, this is da-da-da-da. She was like, hey, hi, nice to meet you. He gave me a hug, he walked away. So I got in the car and I'm sitting in the car with my mom, and my mom was really like, kind of like, it was the first week of high school, so I was introducing my mom to a lot of friends. So I was bringing like a lot of friends by the car, and she was just like, hi, nice to meet you. Like, hey, can we call you mom? My mom was like very awkward. So she was like, hey, like, hi, it's another kid, like whatever. So we're driving away from the school. I'm in the back seat of the car, and I'm like, hey mom. She's like, yes. I'm like, you know that guy that just walked me to the car? She was like, yes, what about him? I was like, that's my boyfriend. And she immediately hit the brake, turned the radio off, silence. And there was a long pause. And she said, what? And I was like, the guy that walked me to the car, that is my boyfriend. So she was livid. She was not approving. She's like, what do you mean? Like, how did this come about? Like, what are you talking about? And then eventually she got frustrated. She stopped talking and she was like, you know what, we're gonna talk about this when we get home. Not right now, we're gonna talk about this when we get home. I got home, she sat me down in the living room and she was like, I don't understand how this could come about. I don't understand how you could be gay. Like, you were never the most masculine growing up, but I never thought that this would be you. Like, I raised you to be a man. What the fuck? She didn't curse at me, but she's like, what's going on? Like, are you serious, sis? And on top of that, because I went to an art school, she accused like me going to art school and doing arts as making me gay and thinking that this environment wasn't good for me. And then her biggest concern was that she thought that, you know, my mom was in one of those things where she thought that everybody wanted to be gay and that being gay was a fad. She thought I was following a trend and trying to fit in. And I was like, no, this is really me. Well, to be precise, I didn't tell her I was gay. I told her I was bisexual because I thought in my mind that if I told her that I was bisexual and not gay, that she would be like, okay, well maybe he'll date a girl. No, she was very upset about it. So bisexuality did not go over well as I thought it would. So then she asked me, are you really bisexual or are you gay? And I was like, I'm gay. And she was
like, why?
And I was like, I don't like girls. When it came to females, I just could not do it. It didn't happen. My body was not making it. It wasn't sending yeah. My mom and I had a very rocky relationship from then on. She was not okay with me being gay. She went through various phases of, she would make slick comments. Like, I would ask her if I could hang out with like female friends, and she would like, no, because I don't know what you like. Like, I don't know if that's your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever. She would like pretend like I was straight, ask if I had a girlfriend, or she just wouldn't talk about it. So she was in denial. She went through denial, anger, the whole stages of grief, because in her mind at the time, her son that she had known had died. So that was very rocky, and my mom didn't really come around until my senior year of high school. In the theater department, we were required to do senior projects. So these had to be like 10-minute projects that we had to do, whether it could be like, you could write a play and have underclassmen act it out. You could make a film. You could have a stage reading of something you wrote. Like, you could do whatever you wanted, whatever content as long as it was 10 minutes long. So I wrote a play. So it was more so about me accepting myself as like being gay, being black, being that. And I dedicated my performance to my mom, and she was in the front row and she recorded it. And I ended up crying during the performance. So afterwards, my mom and I took a walk and then we talked. And then once again, she did not apologize for what she said. She didn't even change her views. She said, well, if this is who you are, it is what it is. Now that's only half of the story because it takes two to make a child. So I have my father's side of this. I told my dad probably about a year, maybe a year and a half after telling my mom that I was gay. And my dad has not been in my life. My dad and I do not get along. We currently don't speak now. He has not been there, has not raised me, has not been consistent whatsoever. So me and him do not communicate, do not get along. That's just the tea. When I called him, I told him I was gay. His reaction was like, well, you know what, son, this is who you are, then I love you. And you know, maybe if you had told me this like a few years ago, I probably would have been angry, I probably would have been like outraged, but I'm not. This is who you are, I'm gonna let it be. Like, I love you regardless. Now, things evolved differently. My dad and I got into it last summer. I mentioned this briefly in the LGBT tea time video. He had just called me and basically was going on about, why do you hate me? Why don't you like me? Why don't we have a relationship? And like, my dad's at the point where like, he realizes that it's too late to be a father, so he wants to be a friend to me. And I'm like, no. My dad's 40, I'm 20, like, I have friends my age. Like, I don't need to be friends with a 40-year-old man. So because he was mad about that, he decided to go for the jugular and just did a whole
360.
I was like, you're an abomination, you're disgusting, God, you're an embarrassment to God, how could you do this? I would never allow anyone like you to shit on me, you're never gonna do this, that, and third. Basically retracted everything he said. Like, everything he said about I love you for who you are, like, he threw that out the way. And my dad is like my dad's a very emotional fucking person. I don't know what sign he is. His birthday's in February. I don't know what sign he is. I think it's like February 17th, 7th, I don't know. Just punched me in the face with the homophobia. It's not letting up. So he just didn't give a fuck no more. And basically he tried to apologize afterwards and I was like, fuck that. And then eventually we met up after Christmas and then words were exchanged. He threatened to kill me for one way or another. He threatened to kill me. It's because I wouldn't say hi to him and I told him to keep the same energy. And it's like, you can't say I'm an embarrassment to God and then say,
sorry, let's be cool again, like.
It doesn't work that way. So we haven't spoken since then. So that's how that went about. He also outed me to my grandparents. I'm not bitter about it. It happens. So that is the story time. That is how I came out. That's how I came out as gay. And it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been great. It hasn't been a walk in the park. Being black and gay is very hard. But I can say that I wouldn't want to be anyone else. While it's hard being out, I get to live my truth. And I get to be me. I get to walk outside, walk on the sidewalk, breathe in the air, and be me. I can kiss who I want out in public. I can hold whoever hand out in public. It doesn't have to be a secret. So that's story time. I'm not gonna drag this on. This video is already long enough. But that is the story time of me coming out as gay. And all I can say is, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I hope you guys loved it. And if you are a parent of a queer child, please don't stop loving your kids. Your kids need you. They are going through a difficult and tough time trying to discover who they are, who they want to be, and navigating the world. And the world is gonna beat up on them hard enough. The world is gonna beat up, if you're queer, the world is gonna beat up on you hard enough. So the last thing they need to do is, after fighting the world all day, is to come home, I had to fight you. Parents of queer children, please don't stop loving your kids. Even if you don't accept it, even if you don't understand it, even if it goes against everything that you've been taught and raised on, please know that they are still your kids and please continue to love them. So like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever you want to do. Twitter, do that. It's gonna be on the end screen. Just follow. And I love you. And if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you.